I looked outside. What did I see? A little bird. He looked at me. I lured him close. With a piece of bread. And then I smashed. His little head. The moral of the story is. You want some head. You need some bread. Right turn. Huh. What did I see? A little bird. He looked at me. He looked at me. I lured him close. I lured him close. With a piece of bread. With a piece of bread. And then I smashed. And then I smashed his little head. His little head.
Well, welcome to Restore Live, going out on a Saturday afternoon. And well, it's for a reason that we decided that we would actually go out on a Saturday afternoon. And that's because of circumstances which is happening right now with reference that the talks with the EU and with the British government, the talks, let's just say, with Rishi Sunak and co and the EU. And we suspect that what will be happening is something that will not suit unionists in Northern Ireland. So what I would like to do is I would like to start by playing a very, very small clip. And this is just to get this clip on the record. And then I'll come back and say a few words. We won't be staying here for long, but we're really just wanting to point something out and really make a suggestion that unionists, real unionists, right around the United Kingdom, they really need to unite like they've never united before. So playing with a small clip here, and I'll be back shortly after this clip finishes. Determine if there is a border in the North Channel, if this deal goes through, if we are separated from the United Kingdom, and in fact, are we being treated differently here in Northern Ireland from people in England and Scotland and Wales? Was our vote in that democratic EU referendum respected? Will it be respected? Is it being returned to the place of respect whereby we are now being afforded the democracy the same as our brothers and sisters in England, Scotland and Wales? Is that border removed? Will there be checks on goods coming from England, Scotland and Wales to Northern Ireland? That's a real question, and remember that, because we're going to talk about that soon. And will the EU still have a foothold here in Northern Ireland? They think that if they accept this now, that they're going to go back and they're going to start shouting about the border that was left between England, Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland. They're going to then go back and they're going to complain about the Green Channel, which still will have checks on goods coming from England, Scotland and Wales to Northern Ireland. They're going to go back and they're going to start fighting and shouting about the EU still has a foothold here in Northern Ireland. They think that if they do this deal, they think that they're going to go back and they're going to use this as a staging post, and they're going to go back and they're going to fight somewhere. Respectfully, I say, get your head looked at. If you do that deal, which isn't quite satisfactory to unionism here in Northern Ireland, what will happen is that the EU will say, respectfully, the next time you go back, get lost. The world will say, respectfully, that is an international agreement. That is an internationally recognized agreement that you just done. You know, you had it your way, that we did negotiate, that we were prepared to actually do something, that you accepted that once, you accepted that twice, you accepted that in terms of the protocol. You accepted that in terms of the enhancements to the protocol and the removal of some things from that protocol. And now you have the audacity to come back and to try again. Respectfully, the world would say, get lost. What you agree this time will not be a staging post. That will be it. It will be lost. It will be gone forever. And Northern Ireland will be all but a vassal of the dictatorial Ponzi scheme that is the European Union, and will be a watered down version of a place in the rest of the United Kingdom. In fact, the United Kingdom actually won't exist anymore. And why is that, you ask? Well, once Northern Ireland has been separated from the United Kingdom, just watch you see the SNP looking for the same, and those in Wales who are nationalistic and they want to go back to the EU, well, they'll be looking for exactly the same thing. So respectfully, I say to those that think that this is going to be a staging post, I say, think again. So that's what we face. We're facing that our government, the UK government, the Westminster government, what they're doing right now is that they're talking to the EU, and they're going to tinker with the protocol. They're going to adjust the protocol to make it easier to have goods delivered to Northern Ireland, and they're going to do so in a way that they find a particular form of words, and that form of words, it's known as constructive ambiguity. And really, what it means is that the border remains between us, England, Scotland, and Wales. We will still be subject to the EU regulatory and the customs checks. And that, my friends, that is unacceptable. That is separating us from the rest of the United Kingdom. That is putting in place the breakup of the United Kingdom in its embryonic form because of what Nicola Sturgeon and the people in Wales would be wanting after that happens. That would be a full and final settlement. And I reckon that it's coming, if not in days, it's certainly coming within weeks. It won't prolong for too long, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to edge the DUP into the position whereby that they go back into Stormont again. Now, Jeffrey Donaldson has a huge obligation, and his huge obligation is this: he must not break. He must not reform Stormont, because that is the only leverage that we as unionists here in Northern Ireland, the only leverage that we have. So Jeffrey needs to really stand tall. And everyone needs to stand behind pushing the DUP to stand tall. And not only Jeffrey Donaldson, but the ERG, the European Research Group from within the Conservative Party, they need to make it impossible for Rishi Sunak and co to do a dirty deal, which will in effect put in place the motions which will break up the entire United Kingdom. So there's where we stand. There's what we're faced with in November of 2022, a constitutional changing protocol, which seemingly is going absolutely nowhere. People, thanks very much for coming along. I just really wanted to put that in record, make this little video so that we can cut it up. And what we can do is that we can push it out and hopefully have it played in channels in England, in where that some conservatives might even pick up on the need for unionists to stick together, those that value, cherish the United Kingdom, those that cherish the greatest union that the world has ever seen. Those that want that union to continue, well, if we want it to continue, we're going to have to fight meaningfully and proactively to ensure that that union lasts for, well, forever. And that's the way it should be. So what I would like to ask people that are on our live chat to do at the minute, as you know, we're going to the Supreme Court on the 30th of November, the 1st of December, and a lot of people have been kind enough to put some money into the coffers so that we at Restore can take a team to the Supreme Court to report on what's going on, and also to make some protest and to meet up with people in England to do those protests, to highlight the plight of Northern Ireland unionism being separated from the rest of the United Kingdom. And, you know, the more money that we have, the more people that we can take across, and we have to get some banners and protest material and so on and so forth. So if you can help our work, there's a PayPal link in the British Unionist People's Voice on the live chat. There's a PayPal link on Restore UK on Facebook. Again, in the live chat, there's also a PayPal link on the Restore UK platform, and all monies that would be coming in would be used solely for that purpose. If you can help us, we are the last line of defence against this constitutional changing EU protocol. Now, we've seen something today, I was sent something today where the Green Party in the Irish Republic, what they did was that they are taking their own government to court for decisions that they're making, which isn't, and they're not putting it to the people, a bit like what's happening here in the United Kingdom right now. And well, the Greens actually won at their Supreme Court. So maybe that gives us hope that we can win on the case that Restore UK are actually, well, we are advisors, have been advisors since day one on that case. And we'll be joining, we're actually joined with, in this case, with Jim Allister, Kate Hoey, and Ben Habib, and we'll all be at that Supreme Court on the 30th of November and on the 1st of December. That's just in a few weeks. So thanks very much for coming along. And what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to say my goodbyes. I'm going to, I guess, do that, remembering that it is a special time of year in where that we remember our dead. So today we remember them at the going down of the sun, and in the morning we will remember them. Thanks very much for coming along, and share this out if you can. And we just wanted to get this on record so that we can push it into various English channels. We'll use our friends at Turning Point UK, and also the people in England that do the same sort of stuff as us, to get this pushed out so that we can hopefully appeal to conservatives with a heart. Thanks very much for coming along, and we'll see you all again very, very soon. I'm just looking for a little clip here to play us out with. Good night.